Jennifer.
Hi there. Good evening. I am concerned about your national security policies. Please explain to us how you will put the United States first. And additionally, I'm wondering how you can continue to send money to Ukraine where they're really not accounting for how they're spending all of our billions of dollars.
It's a great question. And, for anybody that questions why we should care about Ukraine, that's a legitimate question for you to ask. The problem is no one is giving you the answer. And I blame Biden for all of that. He should always tell Americans why we're doing what we're doing. The reason we care about Ukraine, and I'll be the first one to say, I don't think we should give any country, friend or foe, cash, because you can't follow it and you can't hold it accountable. I don't think we need to put troops on the ground in Ukraine, and Ukraine doesn't want them because they want to be able to win it themselves. But what I saw at the United Nations, terrorists, thugs, and dictators always tell us what they're going to do. They're amazingly transparent. Hamas said they were going to go into Israel. They did. China said they were going to take Hong Kong. It happened. Russia said they were going to invade Ukraine. We watched it. China said Taiwan is next. We better believe it. Russia said once they take Ukraine, Poland and the Baltics are next. Those are NATO countries. That puts America at war. This is about preventing war. It's always been about preventing war. My husband is a combat veteran. He's deployed now. The last thing I want him or any of his military brothers and sisters to do is to go to war. But to avoid going to war, you have to prevent it. And just to support Ukraine, it only costs 3.5% of our defense budget. That's it. The Europeans have paid more, and they should. It's in their neighborhood. But this is about preventing war. And we have to make sure that we do everything we can to keep Americans safe and to keep our national security safe.
But as a percentage of GDP, we're the largest supporter of the war in Ukraine. And what we're seeing in terms of polling on this is that it's declined 9 points over the course of the last year in your party of people who say that we should continue that they favor continuing funding the Ukraine military. Are you concerned that since Trump and DeSantis and Ramaswamy are on the other side of this, they are more concerned about security at home than abroad, that you might be on the wrong side of this issue in your party?
No, because polling isn't what guides me. That shows that Biden should be communicating more why this happens. If people knew this prevented war, they would absolutely want to do this. I mean, what we know now is there's a reason the Taiwanese want the West and U.S. to help the Ukrainians, because they know if Ukraine wins, China won't invade Taiwan. We need to remember that before Russia invaded Ukraine, China and Russia held hands and named themselves unlimited partners. We need to know what that means. A win for Russia is a win for China. This is about preventing war. I will never do things based on a poll. What I will do is over-communicate to every American so they know why things matter. Why are we doing what we're doing? And the fact that we don't go out there and just help countries for the sake of it. We do it when we know it keeps Americans safe, and we do it when we know it prevents war. I think that DeSantis is wrong for calling this a territorial dispute. I think that Trump has copped out because he used to get it right, and now he's turning around and he's getting it wrong, wanting to be an isolationist. We need to remember that America always needs friends. We needed a lot of friends on September 12th. But you got to be a friend to get a friend.